Oh, a Gix? I mean, like, that actually sounds really hot, though. Alright, science. This isn't the perfect blue blacklist. We just want to learn. Is what I'm mainly after today. I'm mainly just after learning EV. I'm going to play a Gix. What is happening here? Blue and black cards. Some combination. Am I allowed to cut Malicious Eclipse? The card... I've had a couple games where it's been completely broken. I've also had like a bunch of spots where it's weirdly awkward, and I've added a Disfigure to the board, which makes me kind of want to trim it as well. I still have the 2 Gixes and the Harvester. Try this. This is our list for today. I'm going to see how it plays. I will keep this. I'm going to swap in some Duresses after this match, I think. I think I am going to Siren on 1. Then if I don't draw a land, I can just crack the map. And if I do draw a land, I can start playing 2 drops. Uh-oh, we're against Domain. Hey Cal, good to see you. Obviously this helps dig for lands. But also I'd rather do something else with my mana. Please let me draw a land. We have 25 of them in 4 Sirens. I feel like slashers don't do that much in most of the games. Interesting. I don't know. I've been liking slasher, but it definitely is for certain spots. I really like slasher against like mono red, I will say. I was testing the mono red matchup a bit recently. I think slash is actually really nice there. Because it blocks so well against rage. Like, yeah, it's goated versus mono red. Oh, honestly, I agree, yeah. Honestly, I agree. Oh, they can't even cast the Virtue. So I'd be crazy and take the Beanstalk. Is it better than Preacher for mono red? I think so. I think so. Like, I'm not 100% confident. But, the downside is it can be Lightning Striked, but if they're spending their turn Lightning Striking it, that's still pretty good for you, I think. And the upside is that if there's like 2 upsides in my mind. One is it blocks better. Like obviously it has 1 less toughness, but what ends up happening a lot is your opponent has the monstrous rage to punch through your blocker. And if you do that, you get your slasher back in 3 turns, which is great. Whereas if you do that block with Preacher, it's still a good exchange, but I do think it's a bit worse. And then the other thing is you turn the corner. Yeah, like Gwen said, you turn the corner crazy fast. Slasher. It's genuinely kind of absurd how fast that card turns the corner. Like you attack them once and suddenly they're on like, 5 out of nowhere. It's ridiculous. Do I care about this? I feel like I don't. I just want to be able to counter Sunfall. They gain 4 life, but I get an extra 2/1, so whatever. Like they gain 2 life and some stupid 1/1s that don't block my creatures anyway. Now if they cast a Sunfall, I draw 2 cards and counter it and make a 2/2. They're on 10, so the 2/2 puts them to 1. Crazy. Do I think Moros Burn will be a thing in Foundation? My suspicion is it will not be a tier 1 deck, but it will be perfectly playable. I think there's some really good life gain tools in Standard at the moment. It makes going a pure burn strategy a little bit spooky, I think. Like, the Baser's legal. So people can there's like a few different things people could play. along those lines, but oh, I guess I should draw my cards first, but obviously it's clear what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, Llanowar Elves is gonna be in something tier 1. Lack of an engine like Frenzy. True, true, true. Oh, they're dead now because they didn't leave enough blockers back. Amazing. Easy game 1. Alright, as much as I complained about the quench, it did literally win us the game, so I guess maybe I shouldn't be too hard on it. Oh, you really enjoy my streams? I talk about lines and actually teach whilst also being entertaining. Hell yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. I definitely try my best to like explain what I'm doing and why, for sure. Glad you enjoy that. Oh, Beastbinder and Anoint are pretty heinous here. Not really Drown. Drown is like fine. Maybe we bring in a Sheoldred over one of them, or Blot Out. I don't know. Mana Leak. Oh, I love Mana Leak. I don't mean that one's ever entering standard, but we can but dream. Oh, exclamation mark coaching, indeed. Of Konmodo, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I'm glad you're enjoying my content so much. Oh yeah, love to see it. Thank you, thank you. I feel like we kind of don't have enough cards for this matchup, weirdly. Like, Drown is kind of stinky. I guess it taps down Atraxa sometimes. Yeah, lots of new subs recently. Very much thankful that people are enjoying the content so much. Oh, you like Beastbinder? It's very good versus Overlord. Interesting. It feels good game 1 because it turns on cut down. I'm a little bit worried that in the sideboard games it lines up pretty poorly against Beza. They have a bunch of 1/1. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, Shelly. I could bring in a second Shelly. Maybe I meant to. Shelly's really nice against beans. Shelly is very, very nice against beans and kind of unexciting against like metric ton of removal spells. So I don't know. I'm always slightly unsure how to value that card against their deck. I really want to Duress turn 1. Did I get rid of the Fountainport? Fountainport's pretty nice, but it's like a little slow and grindy. We do want to be killing them. Oh, should standard be? Yeah, it should be. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. I should maybe edit that in a minute, potentially. Alright, let's Duress them turn 1, because we want to take beans. On that note. Very well done. They get to go for the Throat My Bat, which means we don't get to take that Overlord, sadly. But is there any world where they're gonna Spelunking instead? We get to like negate it. I don't really want to run this bat into a go for the throat. We can just take it later. I just do this. Where are you gonna get MOBA basic coaching? Technically, I am open to coaching other formats. It's just standard is the one I feel confident enough in, where I feel like anyone can bring like any request in standard to me, and like I can probably just go ahead and do it. And if I can't, I could probably do it after like a little bit of practicing or whatever, you know. Whereas a lot of the other formats, it's a bit more like, some things I can do, some things I can't, who knows. Yeah, I could coach Phoenix very well. I agree with that. Yeah, you're probably right, no, you're probably right. I probably set too high a standard on myself. I'd probably be pretty good at most Pioneer decks, realistically. Standard best of 3 is definitely my favorite ways to play Magic. Morphling always has been. Legacy coaching when. I'm so out of tune with Legacy, unfortunately. It's weird. Legacy used to be one of my strongest formats. Like 5 or 6 years ago, I felt so confident in every Legacy tournament I entered. Whereas now, I just haven't played the format in years. I don't even know what decks people play. Oh, Limited's great. I mean, Magic's is kind of great, but Limited's good. You died to a Bronco drawing an Annex. Consider you could have killed your opponent with a Bronco drawing it. You consider doing that. It's Frog Hell? That checks out. Yeah. That checks out. Am I negating here? They might just have a pile of creatures, in which case negate doesn't do anything anyway. But also having this go for the throw under a bat makes Sunfall terrifying for the rest of the game. Also, I get a 1/1 if I negate. Like, not nothing. I might regret this. I guess I'm letting it resolve. Great. I feel like an idiot now. I guess they don't have double white. Great. Ah, Scream. Oh my god. Yeah. I guess if I had negated, I would certainly be in a better spot. Maybe the existence of Overlord skews the maps a lot more. I was thinking of like Atraxa, but like the fact that Overlords exist as well, there's actually quite a few things we get to take with that. Yeah, the 2/1s. Mistmores is very, very good. Yeah. Indeed. I'm gonna trade one off. Is that even good? I might want to trade with this. Yeah, White Overlord is very good against Dimir. Definitely, if people want to start like tuning their decks or making decks that are good against Dimir, one of the ways to go is to start playing more White Overlord. Card that doesn't see a ton of play at the moment and lines up very well against this deck. 100%. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Yeah, you seem blue white popping up. That makes sense. Certainly makes sense. Yeah, you just learn to play slower, Cammy. Yeah, that's like honestly important. I think something I have like really started learning is, am I blocking here? I can start making 1/1s that block it anyway, but like I guess just getting it out of the way is maybe wise. I think also they're about to play another White Overlord though, and we're entering Garbage Town, so think of that what you will. I think one attitude I take towards Magic generally is that it matters a lot less whether you're making the right decision than whether you're making a decision that like makes coherent sense, right? Like on average, I think players are just gonna win more if they make decisions that are like internally logically consistent and have reason behind them. And it like, even if your reason ends up, you know, not being better than the other reason, or like your line ends up not working out for you, at least there's logic behind what you're doing, and in the long run that pays off. Oh, awesome, Lady Lynxes. Hell yeah. Love to hear that. The turning points on those decks on when to like start murdering your opponent can be really fascinating sometimes. Oh my god, I need to draw a removal spell for this Overlord so badly. I'm so dead. Gabby, thank you for the 40 months. Oh yeah, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Neither of these cards deal with Overlord of the Mistmoors. That's not great. It's not great. Make some 2/1s. Yes, I block and activate my Mastermind. Because I kind of need them to brick really badly anyway, and I desperately need anything that has text. So RCQ and RC meta is a bit different than Arena. Yeah, Arena's meta is very strange. I don't know, people just kind of play whatever on Arena, right? Because there's not anything really on the line. Like, you go up or down on ladder a bit, who cares? Hey, Delicate. Yeah, there's so much random brewing at Mythic. Honestly, I think there's more random brewing happening at Mythic than at like Diamond, Platinum. People get way weirder with it once you get higher on the ladder. It's kind of delightful, honestly. I kind of love it. How's the virtual cardboard slinging going? It's going pretty good. Pretty like midday results wise, but I feel like we're learning a lot, which is almost certainly more important. Having a good time doing it. Holy shit, Quench. Quench, Quench, Quench. What a card. What a card. Alright, get in there. Draw some card. Opponent, I suppose. And the basic. Heal some. Oh yeah, the flashes, flash flyings. Yeah, I guess they're fine. It'd still be much better as like actual disruption, but okay. I mean, they're down to 12. They might need to start blocking soon. Honestly. You strongly prefer the MMR system of being in Mythic? Yeah. Samesies. Alright. Am I killing a 2/2? How justifiable is that? It is worth 4 damage and 2 cards, so I suppose so. And we still have lots of removal in our deck for like an Atraxa or whatever, so fine. You love the haircut. Thank you, Bo. Thank you. Good to see you. Alright, Tidebinder is actually a pretty nice one. I will say my current vibes is that Gix is like worse than just having the full 4 Curiosity and like other cards in the Gix slot. As much as I love Gix. I don't know. It feels like once you have the Curiosity going, you just really don't care about Gix. And like building up to the Curiosity, I don't know, it's like fine, but I'm drawing cards, I really am. Unfortunately, it's about to slow down. We can Gix plus activate. Oh, that's true. That's kind of amazing. Okay. I guess if I was to quench this, they would then not be able to block with the 2/2. I don't know if that does anything. Really? Oh, this is so good against Gix, right? Interesting. Stifle the land. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna quench this. We can attack with Risen Reef. They block, we stifle the land. I don't know if this is actually good or not. I'm kind of reliant on them not drawing. Being too spooky next turn. Yeah, losing the land is kind of sad. I don't know. Maybe I just let this attack. I get to stifle it so they don't gain life, and then I double Curiosity in that instead. I think that's way better. Let's just do that. I think that's like astronomically better. I feel a little bit silly for like wasting the quench. It really doesn't matter though. Yeah, let's just do this. We get to turn off the lifelink if they attack this way, which is like pretty fantastic, I think. Creature over Slasher, what are my thoughts? I think they're good in different places, and I still don't really know which I prefer. I think against mono red, I do actually prefer Slasher, even though that sounds really strange and unintuitive. It doesn't sound like I should, but I think I do. Not block and hope that we can kill them. I think in the mirror, they're both pretty bad. I guess I prefer Preacher in the mirror, but I don't really like either that much. I think against like a lot of the other decks, it's like all kind of a wash. I don't know. Why do I prefer Preacher? Intuitively. Standard metagame. Oh wow. Worked out for us. Okay. Cast my 4/3s. I probably prefer Preacher against aggro decks that aren't specifically playing Monster Rage by like a pretty wide margin. Yeah, something like Jesco tokens, yeah, like Convoke. I think against something like Convoke, Preacher is astronomically better than Slasher. It's like not even very close. I definitely agree with that. Alright, we force them to chump block twice, and we draw 2 cards. Do we want to play Gix as well and draw even more cards? It would be nice to... I guess we don't have any negates. Find some removal or something. Convince me to Gix for the memes. It would have been phenomenal memes. I kind of want to play out the Gix just to draw cards instead, but... Yeah. Oh, being a... Yeah, we can still cast Sheoldred if we play this out. Maybe I should have Gixed for the memes. I'm a game up. We could have got away with it. Creature is better versus Elspeth Smite decks? Yeah, both are pretty bad against Elspeth Smite decks. But I do agree that Preacher is a card you would actually keep in against them, whereas like Slasher is debatable. Content fun board. Right, draw 4 cards. Found a flash creature, actually pretty nice. So now if they Sunfall me, they die. You need like Archangel Wrath. I guess not even that's probably good enough, but yeah, you board Tidebinders for creatures or slashers. Yeah, I definitely agree. Against Elsewhere Smite decks, as long as you can get all the black free drops out your deck, you probably want to get them out. But Slasher especially, they're pretty poorly. Play Sultai and play Glisser. I do adore Glisser, but the mana sounds really rough. Yeah, Dimir is really good. Mouse may be the best card in Standard. I think, as in Manifold Mouse, I have a weird opinion on this because most people are talking about Heartfire Hero when they say that. I think Manifold Mouse is secretly the better mouse. It's so sick. Manifold Mouse is so fucked up. I don't think people fully realize quite how fucked up that card is. It's crazy. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna use this, I guess. Maybe. Like, I'm gonna be using my mana all game long. Yeah, I agree. Mono Red should never keep a 7 on the play. That has 1 landers. Mulliganing is broken. Mulligan more often. my wisest possible words. Mulligan more often, please. London Mulligan too strong. It's just true. Monstrous Rage? Oh, Halo Alchemist? That card's kind of nice. The card is not bad. I could see that being like genuinely pretty reasonable in a Gruul list. Just like burning ourselves to death with our lands here. Yeah, it's strong. It seems strong. It kind of does the Manifold Mouse thing, right? It's like, it's weaker than Manifold Mouse, but it kind of does a similar thing. No mice except for Hero. Crazy. I don't get it, but people can do what they want, I guess. Alright, I do want to attack. I get a 1/1 to chump with. Seems fine. Alright, as much as I generally prefer Slasher against these decks, Preacher is kind of looking a bit better, I think. Mainly because we got to take the Monstrous Rage. Druid. Do I want to counter that? It feels like sitting behind this Quench is somewhat hard to die. But also it feels like countering this and stifling their land drops is somewhat hard to die too, so maybe this is just fine. Might be incorrect. Yeah, you think I'm supposed to counter this? I think I am. Like my instinct, I think. Like, it could go badly for us, but it's so much more likely that this just, like, slams the door shut. Right? I don't want to build up 1/1s and not block. Although I guess then they can pump spell over, so maybe I just keep my life total healthy. It's fine. God, freaking. Very strong. Okay. They drew the good card. They drew the card I was trying to stop them digging towards. If I do this, they get to do whatever they want next turn. They can double strike this. Becomes free power trample. That just doesn't even do anything. They need to draw a land for Snakeskin. If they do, it becomes 5 power, 10 trample, which is also, I believe, very manageable. But I think I'm just meant to Curiosity because it kind of slams the door shut as long as we survive till next turn, and I think we're pretty likely to survive this. It's also very possible that attacking a Preacher is bad. It's good. You're surprised by how strong Monstrous Rage is? Yeah, the thing that makes Monstrous Rage so strong is leaving the trample behind, right? That's the thing that like pump spells similar to Monstrous Rage have always existed. But the fact that you're leaving behind a permanent buff just like has this like really big echo effect on the game. Especially when like some of the creatures care about how big they are too. Then that ends up really mattering as well. Alright, just block as much as possible, I suppose. Yeah, I guess if we blocked with Preacher, it does get double strike down there. It's kind of tricky. If I don't block with the 1/1, I get to draw another card. And I only go -1 life. Torch Curiosity. This isn't Torch, this is Twinferno. Need to close the game at some point. Yeah, I just figure drawing the extra card is really nice. No. We win if they live 2 turn cycles. Yeah, but if we draw an extra card, we're so likely to dig towards something that interacts with the board in some way, I guess. What I feel like. And like, I really don't want to block with the Preacher. Maybe I could block on the 1/2. But like, blocking the Swift Spear, they draw a land, the Preacher just ends up getting eaten with the double strike. Bring in 10 million cards. Maybe bring in Blot Out. I don't know. It gets around Snakeskin. That's kind of something. Got Kaitos. Keep in the Death Touches. Take out Masterminds. Take out Quench. 3 SA. We want to bring in Blot Out, chat. It seems really nice against Snakeskin Veil. It's kind of expensive, but also there's a point in the game where you just want as much removal as you can physically get hold of as well. But whatever card I bring it in for, you know, I am taking out something good, obviously. Which is maybe an argument that I have more anti-aggro cards than I strictly need. I think your Curiosity seems questionable. Is Beastbinder good versus Gruul? I'm not confident, but I suspect it is. Feels like it forces my opponent to use a pump spell. And then it like nerfs their creatures pretty often. Blocks fine. Do we need Gix's Command? Gix's Command seems great. There are going to be games where they go wide, we kill their stuff. There are going to be games where they go tool and we make them sack a creature. It gains us life as well. Like, obviously it's expensive and clunky, but it's an answer to Forge. Oh, Gwen, that's so smart. I never considered that. That is like genuinely incredibly smart. Yeah, like the fact that we can turn off Forge is something, right? Yeah, you just need life gain. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking on Gix's Command. Sometimes you just need to gain life to stabilize. What card? Beastbinder against Forge. A really nice interaction. What Gwen was talking about. Are you buying the guts of this Dimir deck? Hell yeah, it's a very nice one. I feel like I shouldn't crack this map. If they have a lightning strike, it's kind of bad for me. Has too much text. It is a very text dense drop this room. A lot going on that one. Right, well, obviously we're gonna cast this. They're gonna snake skin us. We're gonna untap and anoint it. Hopefully. For a land. That's not a land. It doesn't feel like a card I'm allowed to get rid of. Now we can use the Go for the Throat and save the Anoint. Since this has had its text removed. Very minor upside. Could also turn off artifacts and planeswalkers. Yeah, this card's pretty sick. Maybe it is good in the mirror because it turns off Kaito. I hadn't considered that. Huh. Oh my god. Chat, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Taste it, Forge. We fear no Forges anymore. Forge doesn't do anything. Alright, hear me out. How do we feel about run out vanilla free 2? Crafting Beastbinder right now. Hell yeah. Oh, look at us go. So good. Right, they shock the Tidebinder. Acceptable. I would like to draw a card. Please and thank you. Sure. They get to alternate forges. They get one at a time. Oh, Monstrous Rage. Right. Look with this. I guess I just don't block. There's no reason to let them kill one of my frets when they're dying. More creatures is more life with Shelly. I could be convinced that playing Shelly is incorrect, and we're like, against the like double strike version specifically, we're meant to just hold open removal in this spot, because we can't really lose if we do. But we gain 4 life, and we get a huge blocker. And if we draw a Black Source, we get to cast Cut Down anyway, and it feels like this just like is so likely to just completely door shut. Faerie Reef. Anyway. Yeah, hard to imagine losing either way. Well, here we go. I don't know. Seems like they're just gonna die. Yeah, not surprising it's good in standard. Same. I don't know, it doesn't read like a standard card to me, but like seeing it in play been quite impressive, I think. Like, it really doesn't read like a standard card. It has been quite impressive. I like this, blue-black or demon.